Hello, welcome back to our MekHQ campaign, Raven Acquisitions. In the last battle, we had, the last episode, we had a couple little battles. One was easy, and the other was actually pretty difficult. And I've done some more thinking about it, and I feel like I should have probably got the Orion up and limped it off the board, or at least to the board edge to claim a victory there. But I feel like we could have done it no matter what, so unless the enemy gets a really lucky hit. But with all of our little bit more mobile and intact mechs that were jumping around and all that, I think we can safely give that one a mulligan or whatever. But in the future, I think I'm going to try and do that a little bit more. We'll have to see. It's all in the interest of entertainment and saving time in these battles, because the battles can tend to drag on a bit. Meanwhile, let's advance a day, shall we? We go to a Monday. Personnel market is updated. Look at that. It has some choices to look at here. Um, Admin HR. Do we need any more HR people? You know what? Let's pick one up just so that we have a little bit more of a buffer zone there. So let's grab the HR hire. That gives us another 10 personnel that we can work with essentially there. I keep saying essentially. There is a regular mech warrior. Not that great. Would prefer mech warriors a little bit more experience at this point. Or some mech techs. But I think I'm starting to figure out that you can't put like a bounty out to hire personnel if you're in enemy, like hostile territory, which we technically are right now since we're in, doing a raid on an enemy planet. The rest of this is mostly armor damage. We have armor on the way in transit. Don't know when it's going to get here. Let's order 10 sets of armor. I'm not sure how much that is. We'll advance a day. Advance a day. They'll be here in 40 some days. So again, our roster's looking a little bit rough. Picket line breakthrough. Check that out. That's due in a few days. The enemy has established a picket line to screen their front, but a successful breakthrough will force them to redeploy. You'll be unable to secure the battlefield. So we have to get to the destination edge with 50% of our forces. So it's one of those types of missions, and it's with Able Lance. Okay. I think what we're going to do the enemy doesn't have like a whole lot of forces there as far as I can tell. So we'll transfer the Vulcan over to Able Lance for this mission. Let's deploy Able. We'll go to, let's also deploy the Scout Lance. Finished scouting out the planet, done. So we can probably call this one to an end whenever we feel like it now, because we have achieved the main mission. We scouted the whole area out, and we are maintaining a 1 campaign victory point advantage here. You're positive. All right, let's do this. Okay. Let's. Well, we do have some enemies chasing us. We're deploying down here. I think we can run up the left side of the map, probably. So let's put our Warhammer over here. Let's put the Grand Dragon over here. That is our speedy boy. And we'll put the Vulcan over here as well. So I guess we'll try to get to the board edge with the... What the heck are they even shooting at? Try to get to the board edge with the Vulcan and the... So this is the op4. We don't get control for beating these. What is that? That's an Austral. It's fairly fast. And then an archer that can just hang back and shoot at us. The Grand Dragon and the Vulcan. Basically what we'll have to use to get through here. The Vulcan's still damaged from the last battle. This is I have an excellent pilot here at the hands of the Warhammer, or at the controls of the Warhammer. So let's try and put a couple PPCs. Need 7s, that is an average roll. Put another one over there, I need an 11. How about if we try with LRMs? Let's give it a shot. If we can knock him down or break something on his mech, that will be to our advantage. Oh, we hit him with both PPCs. But he's still going. He got a good roll to stay on his feet. This artillery is just going to be splashing down all over the table here. All over the map. Gonna see if we can jump that far. Try to jump right here. I'm gonna move the whammy. What is that? That's a 60 tonner. It's going to be fairly close to us, but I'm going to hold off a little bit on the Centurion there, just so I'm not within kicking range. And I guess I'm shooting at the Austral, yeah. That is within minimum PPC range. So we'll just see if we can't knock something loose on his mech. And the poor little Vulcan. He's got weapons in his right arm, just one flamer. Shoot it off while he can. Scoring some critical hits. We can punch him in the leg, maybe? Nah. The Vulcan, or the Dragon, Grand Dragon, will keep on running away. The Vulcan will do the same. Although we're gonna jump to get the +3. a whammy. It's going to turn like that. The Centurion. It's going to turn like this. Or maybe I can go up. That'll do. Hey, look at that. The artillery scattered badly, by the way. Did 5 damage to my Vulcan, but scored 2 engine criticals on the Phoenix Hawk, which will very much slow him down. And I'm in his rear arc with the Warhammers, so we're going to put both PPCs into his back. We're going to twist 11 and put 8 into the Ostul. That might be a rear arc. I think it is. Twist. Oops. Fire. And fire some rear shots. I'm going to twist again with the Vulcan. Use the Flamer. And hope for the best. Wow, nope, he didn't do a through armor critical. He just scored a regular critical on the engine of my Warhammer. I'm just going to slow him down quite a bit because he's running up some heat this time around. Not great. Definitely not great. We'll try to kick the Ostul. Kicked him in the torso. Those Ostuls are pretty good zombies. You can see there the Phoenix Hawk is slowing down now. The Warhammer running at 11 heat. Armor not looking good. So we're just going to turn and walk forward a little bit if we can. The archer's going to pummel me. What if I do that with the Centurion instead? Put him in the woods, turn him that way. I can go like this. I can't do anything really. I'm just going to turn him south. And there he will stay. I'm not even going to fire with him. Twist around to get my right arm to bear on the Phoenix Hawk for a 10. Or this. Nah, we'll just fire at the Phoenix Hawk. Done. Twist. 12s. Or 10s. Done. And we're not going to bother. Can't really get anything in range anyway, or anything in the front arc. Man, they keep hitting my Warhammer in the center torso, which is not nice. The Phoenix Hawk's at 17 heat now. There's basically no way he can catch these mechs anymore, other than jumping every turn. If he does that, he's just going to shut himself down. Did he jump off the... Did he flee? I think he fled off the table. So we're going to go like this. Warhammer's going to go like this and go prone when he gets down there. So he's going to hide behind the train a little bit. This guy is down at level -1. I can't get into anywhere where I can kick him in the head, but could get within regular kicking distance of him. Yeah, I'll do this. Just give him a little bit of a movement modifier plus partial cover. Cool. So the Warhammer's protected for now. We'll fire off a shot down here at the. Fire off some shots at the archer. Maybe we can get lucky and knock him down. Not too likely. And nothing for the Vulcan. Y'all still continues to tank. Really don't want my Warhammer there when the artillery starts to land, but I don't have too many options. You know what? I think I'll just leave him there. Yeah, we'll leave him there. We'll turn the Centurion around and we'll try and kick this guy in the head. So, stay there. Twist. Fire off a PPC at the guy chasing us. When? Well, no. We're going to skip due to heat buildup. Fire. Fire. Done. Continue fleeing away. That's what we're doing best at this moment. Give him a kick. Missed a kick. Need a 6. Roll a 5. Isn't that how it is every time? Well, heck. Can't complain too much. I've had some good head kicks. Alright. Grand Dragon. Go. Vulcan. We're going to jump. The Archer backed up. Stand up and run. And back up. Hey, a little bit of damage to the Hostile due to artillery landing. Artillery is just pummeling the table at this point. Twist. I can fire 1 PPC at him without overheating. And it's just what I have in my arc anyhow. Skip. Okay. Now for the Grand Dragon. Right here. And the Vulcan. Right here. And the Warhammer. Running away with his back to the enemy because he has more armor on his back than anywhere else. At least for the center torso. Twist. I could fire another PPC at him. Skip. Twist. And get 1 arm on him, which is fine. Killing him doesn't do anything for us anymore. Okay, well, I just lost my AC, my autocannon arm on the Centurion. And done. New round. I'm at the edge of the board. I flee off this round and victory. So all you have to do is get 50% to the edge of the table and you win the scenario. Bada bing, bada boom. All it cost us was a right arm. Enemy retains control, so we do not get it. Next turn, or next thingy. So we got there with the Grand Dragon and the Vulcan. And finished. Now the problem is we don't have armor to repair anything with. However, we have completed our mission here. 3 of 3 is done. We can call an end to the mission. So we go here to the briefing room and we complete mission early because these raids, they give you a certain amount of time to complete them, and if you can complete them, you're good to go. We can sell some prisoners for 800,000. No one wants to leave. There's no turnover yet. Issue some awards. Go to the command center. And what do we need here in terms of parts needed report? We're going to order required one missing. We're going to order one of those for the Centurion. I think that's it. A lot of armor that we still require. What if we go here to the personnel market? Now we can do paid recruitment. So let's try to grab MekHQ. So we'll make a paid recruitment roll next week for 100,000. That'll be in 2 days. So close this out for now. We'll advance a day. Delivery in 22 days for a mech arm. And advance a day. Personnel market is updated. We got some MekHQ. We're going to hire all of them. It's an elite battle armor technician, but we don't have any such thing at the moment. We'll make a paid for HR, admin HR. Close. How's the contract market look? It's empty. It's going to stay empty until the end of the month. So let's advance 1 week. Got a new personnel market. So we get another HR person, and we're currently at 104 out of 130. So what if we hire this person? Gives us another 30 personnel, and then another 20. Because we do have some infantry on the way here. Oh, there's a vessel gunner. That's not helpful for us. But let's turn off we'll just do like normal rolls. Close it out. Geez. The question is, when is our equipment supposed to arrive that we've ordered? So all of these, here's our foot platoon. So let's make them active. Let's hire a minimum complement. And that, you'll see, we have a lot more people now. So let's actually go back to personnel market and we'll do another paid recruitment for HR. And then let's see, hangar. Our mobile canteen will be here in 9 days. The Valkyrie has arrived. So we're going to activate that. And we're going to leave the hover tanks in mothball for now while we travel. But that is a chance to reinforce some of our really damaged lances. So we're going to advance a day here. We'll assign them a pilot. We need a good pilot for that Valkyrie. So we're going to do a veteran pilot there and assign them a technician to like a green tech for a light mech. There you go. Frederica Matini. Tiny. Matini. Now we advance to the next week. Looks like we got some armor in stock. 5 tons have arrived. We got some stuff going on here. Personnel market has been updated. Take a little look-see. We're going to take a veteran and 2 regular HR people. We'll take a veteran Aztec as well, assistant tech. And go back to regular roles. Check out the command center. We now have a nice buffer there where we can get more infantry and whatnot. Now we need to up our security by adding the infantry over here. Check out our hangar. Do we have any mechs that are currently not in a force that are also not all beat up? Not really. The Wasp has light damage. Is it damaged? Oh, it's because it's still missing a leg. That's why. So let's take a look at that. Okay, well, let's do a mass repair salvage. Select active units and go. Phoenix Hawk. No leg in stock yet. No leg in stock yet. Huh. Oh, did we get a leg? It looks like we did. Looks like one arrived. So now we replace the actuators, which should actually be pretty easy for this regular technician here. Cool. We have a Wasp in action. Nothing in stock for the rest of these legs and everything else. We're at to. How do we? We need to replace one of those. We don't. Parts needed report. There it is. We're going to order one. And. Oh, this is for the Centurion. Okay. What was the 45-ton mech? The Phoenix Hawk. Okay. Well, that's going to be a little while. 21 days and 23 days. We'll be hopefully on our way to the next mission by that point. But let us looks like we are getting some work done. We got several legs in transit for both of our Ostrucks. Cool. And we're getting here at the end of the month, which is very cool because we're going to get a chance to go to a new job, get a new contract. Now, our TO&E, our basically our order of battle here, it is a complete mess. It's all mixed up. Can we add a light? We could add the Valkyrie in here. We can add the Wasp. But it is a complete and total mess at the moment. But hopefully, once we get a little bit more money, a little bit more freedom to order the things that we want, and hopefully we'll see some good things in the marketplace, we'll be able to start customizing our force a little bit better. Like we'll be able to like really focus on what our lances are supposed to be doing. The Wasp has been delivered. So let's take it out of mothball and activate it. Use a regular technician for that. Go to the next day. Now we can assign it a pilot. We'll go with a regular pilot for the Wasp and assign it a technician, someone who has minutes. There we go. Because having minutes generally means they're not assigned to something else. Okay, well, Charlie Lance is going to get a new light mech in the form of another Wasp. This Cronus, I'm actually a little bit tempted to move it up. I'm going to move it up to Baker Lance for now because it's a pretty decent mech, and it doesn't fit in with the Scout Lance very well. It does okay, but it's not great. We got some more armor. But we're waiting on legs to arrive. Still waiting on legs. I'm going to go advance a day here. And another employee turnover. A couple people are itching to leave a little bit, but we're paying them small bonuses to hang on to them because we need them. This sergeant has had a baby. I'll be down shortly to take a look at your child. A mech arm has arrived, so we're going to have to figure out who that belongs to. One in stock. Here it is. This is for the Phoenix Hawk. So we'll do the elite technician on that. Do the task. Failed. Failed. They'll try again tomorrow. But it is the first of the month now. Well, we'll leave that alone for a minute. We need to advance a day here. Did that actually work or no? Do task. There we go. Now we can replace the, we'll just hit the mass, select active units, and go. Done. So the Phoenix Hawk will be ready to go here shortly. Everything else is kind of damaged. Not looking too great. So while we wait on that stuff to arrive, let's take a look at our contracts. We only have 2 available to us. One has 0% salvage. It's riot duty. It'll take, it's 6 months. Not great. And then this one here, it's an extraction mission. Let's try to renegotiate for salvage. Maybe we can get better than 10. We got 20. And then some street support. 60% straight support. That's a lot better. It's an integrated command. It's only 12 days away. Let's go here. Let's see if we can somehow get better. 30% salvage and 60% support on a long 6-month contract. That's riot duty. I've never done a riot duty before, so we might be there for a while. I am a little bit in favor of these raids where we can do them quicker and be done with them. So we're going to accept that mission. We have enough convoy power. Everything is getting mothballed. It's only cost us 400,000 to travel and only takes 12 days. That's not too shabby. Take a look at the map. And we're going to advance 11 days. Let's see here. Did anything happen in the meantime? We got one of our hover tanks. We got some more armor. And then we're still 1 day out from the planet. So let's advance a day. We're here now. Everything is coming out of mothball. Check out our repair bay. Still nothing in stock. Things are en route to us. Phoenix Hawk. We'll replace that laser by a veteran. Centurion. Still nothing in stock. Things are in transit for that. We can do the leg on the. Is this the Warhammer? Yes, we can do the leg on the Warhammer finally. We'll use an elite technician for that. Do the task. Replaced. The rest of these are pretty easy jobs. None in stock. None in stock. So we're going to go here and basically just work on the Warhammer. And the Warhammer should be done tomorrow. Now we have to go down here to the briefing room and assign our tasks. So we're going to go with Charlie Lance as patrol. We have Baker Lance as maneuver, and we have the frontline Lance for able. Check our TO&E. The Centurion's still out of action. So we're going to remove it from the table of organization. The Phoenix Hawk got fixed. So we're going to add the Phoenix Hawk in there. Or maybe it's one of the ones we had. Yeah, we had two Phoenix Hawks already on the. All right, never mind. Sorry. Heavy. The Warhammer is going in here because it's going to be finished tomorrow. And then we have to start scouting. So we will start here, because this is a raid. We got to be on the ball here. This is a very icy looking planet. Deployment period 2 days. So we have to go 1, 2. Now we did get a personnel vehicle driver. That's actually, we're going to hire him. And then what I forgot about was here in the hangar, we've got some of these hover tanks and whatnot going on. So let's make our canteen active. We're gonna we're going to make the Saracen active. Did I see a mechanic in here? I did not. Wouldn't mind having another mechanic or two. The funny thing is you should be able to pick up mechanics pretty easy on local planets. But I guess since we're on hostile territory, can't really find people to do these jobs for us. When do I assign? Hire a minimum, hang on. Trilson, we can give them a driver, an elite driver, and then we do higher minimum complement. We have to give them a tech. That'll do. Hire a minimum complement. Advance another day. And we'll repeat here. Now, hiring minimum complements, you're not going to get very great people. But at least you're getting someone. Then we need one more. I'm sorry, this is taking so long. One more mechanic there. Now, these are all damaged still, so they haven't been assigned to a force yet. We're going to go to the area of operations. We need to do some scouting again. Deploy Charlie Lance. We're looking for locate and engage hostile forces ×2. The autocannon 10 has arrived for the Centurion, but the arm isn't here yet. Okay, to start deploying Charlie Lance here just to really have a nice look around. One mech right arm has arrived. Is that for the Centurion? It is. All right, cool. Let's get this elite technician on the job. Successfully installed. Veteran can do it. Successfully installed. And then these are a little bit easier, so we'll still use these veteran techs just to make sure we get the job done. Replace the medium laser. And still no legs in stock for these Ostrocks. Still no leg for the Awesome. But we're getting some progress done. Cool. The Centurion can go into Baker Lance for now. And we are starting to get a little bit bigger to the point where that we might be able to start up a new. Oh, I know what we can do. We can add a new force. This will be the Hover Lance. We'll change the force icon to Mercenary. Formations, Inner Sphere, Graphical. There already know. Oh, here it is. Let's hover right there. And then we can start assigning tanks. And then one more. There we go. Look at that. They're not great. They're definitely not great pilots. But one thing we actually can do, we can go to mass training here. And we're going to go with our mech warriors. We're going to go with gunnery, mech. No one's ready to level up yet. Dang. How about piloting mech? No one's ready to level up. How about our mech techs? Anyone here ready to level? Tech mech. We got one. One's ready to level up. So we're going to spend the XP. We're going to check out our mechanics. We're going to do the same thing with tech mechanic. We got one that can level up. And admin, HR. We go up to administration. I'm very curious here. We're going to spend it. Admin, transport, we're going to spend it. Logistics, and command. So we just improved the administrative skills of a bunch of personnel there. Hopefully that was the right thing to do. Like I'm not sure if I rolled the right thing properly, but we'll see. And then we'll do advance another day. We'll manage the point. There we go. There's a convoy interdiction. Intercept and neutralize enemy convoy. It looks like this very icy glacier type terrain. Unknown enemy of any kind. We have no idea what's going on. So we're going to send in. We are going to send in Baker Lance, I think. Yeah, we're going to send in Baker Lance. So in goes Baker Lance for that job. We'll commit it. That is a contract objective. And we will save that until next time, I think. That's happening tomorrow in the game. So we're going to advance a day to that and go to the personnel market. We'll hire another mechanic. Oh, look at that. It's a veteran mech warrior that comes with a warhammer. Yes, please. He costs 3 million to recruit. Well, we will take him. And we'll add him straight to. There'll be 3 warhammers in that lance. But we do need to assign him a technician. Here he is. So we'll assign them a tech. We'll do a regular tech. And then next time we play, it will be, oh, here's the hover lance. We could use them for maneuver. There we go. So next time we play, we'll be doing this mission here, the convoy introduction. The terrain is probably going to be pretty nasty, but we'll see. I appreciate y'all being here. I'll see you next time.